Hey everybody,
Hey guys, it's me, Boog.
and Dad.
And today we are here to review the Home Depot 7-foot LED Megalodon.
Yes. So this is the one I've kind of had my eye on since they kind of leaked the pictures back in the wintertime. What is it? They had like the managers meeting at the beginning of every year that kind of show them, I guess, all the most all the new stuff that's going to be coming out for the holiday seasons. They do like Halloween and Christmas at the same time,
Yeah.
and usually video from those little meetings gets out online sometime, in January or February. And you kind of get a sneak peek of a lot of the stuff that's going to be coming out, later in the year. So this guy was definitely there, and he's one of the first ones that caught my eye. Mainly not really because of the Halloween display, but it was because of the pool. I just thought he would look absolutely awesome out here, by the pool, kind of a year-round type display. Because, like I said, it looked really, really cool from the video clips that we could see. From that little manager show off or showcase or whatever there. So, but we pre-ordered ours on like August the 4th. What are we on now, dude? Like the 15th or so?
Yes.
So this thing took the longest to come in. We just picked him up this morning. They just called yesterday. So a lot of the people in the meantime have gotten theirs first. And I've watched, we're a member of a couple of those Facebook groups, and there's been a lot of complaints and unhappiness regarding this Megalodon. Yes. So, every year it happens that way. Every year with at least one of these props, one of them is always going to be the controversial one.
Yes.
The one that people for whatever reason just have issues with, either due to assembly or quality or perceived quality or whatever. But this year it happens to be this guy, the Megalodon. Yes. Some people absolutely put it together and love it. Most of the pictures I've seen, once people have gotten it assembled, look amazing. But there's still been a lot of poor reviews left online about him, and a lot of complaints, like I said, on the social media. Sometimes it's warranted, and sometimes it's not. So that's what me and Boo are going to find out here today.
We're going to get the Booga Dad opinion here.
Right.
And approximately a few moments. Be right back. And here it is, opened up.
Right, so once you open the box, that's what you're going to get. This is not going to be a box in a box. Nope. Pretty much going straight in here with all the good stuff. As soon as you get started, we do have the normal printed instructions on the inside of the box lid, which is always nice. Once you open it up, this is what you're going to be greeted with. Boom, 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 boom. A lot of parts. It's all right.
The base, very exciting.
Yes. So as usual, we'll get all this unloaded, set it all out for you, show you exactly how many parts you're going to have to deal with. We'll be right back.
Be right back. And we're back with all the pieces out of the box.
Right. Yes. So got a couple of large pieces here
I think these
and
are gonna
here.
Make up pretty much the main body here.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking this is going to be the base at the bottom.
Well, actually, no, I think this is where the fins peg in. So I think that might be the base over there.
Oh, you think these will go on top of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know exactly where. I guess that'll be the belly, probably. Belly parts, and then we have fins and the head.
Right. Yeah. So they're in a couple of pieces here. I'm still thinking this is the bottom because they're the biggest pieces, and he should get thinner as he gets taller. So I'm thinking this, and then this, and then of course the three fins that'll go on him. And you kind of see where they're going to go in on these pieces over here. Looks like it's pretty much like a buckle type system. You can see the loops here, and then you can see the buckles on these pieces. So we're pretty familiar with that. The carriage.
Well, yeah, the carriage and the pirate ship were just like that.
Definitely the pumpkin stacks and the ball stacks. You didn't help me assemble those, but they're the same way. They have the buckles. I think we're pretty standard stuff there. These pieces look really, really good. Do you like the paint, all that stuff on there? And, where he's kind of obviously been in a fight or two.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, I do like that. And it's the normal kind of heavy-duty plastic that you get, from, what do we think of Boog, SBI or Pan Asian on this one?
I'd probably say... There we go, Pan Asian on this one.
Pan Asian, I think I'm thinking the same thing. Yeah. And then here we are, and it with the head, and this thing, looks amazing, absolutely amazing. Like I said, absolutely love it. All the details, the paint job, all that looks really, really good. You can see
and
there's
we
his.
are correct. Pan
Pan Asian again for the win. Yeah. And then, of course, there's his eye on that side. Look at all those teeth. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that looks totally awesome. Yeah, this definitely is
Some paint scuffs in our teeth.
perfect for Jaws' 50th anniversary.
I think we have a cavity, Batiste.
Yes, it does look like we have some cavities. Yeah, and that's the thing. When you look at it close, there is definitely some scuffs and kind of in all of it, little things here and there, which is to be expected. And on something like this, which I guess is made to look kind of battle damaged, it's not that big a deal, I don't think.
Well, other than one thing, got a giant crack.
Yeah.
Going straight through the head.
That's where the good ends, yes. And then unfortunately for us, ours has apparently been dropped on his head, maybe because you can see we have this crack or very deep scratch. I'm not sure which one, but it starts here.
I think it's a crack.
Yeah, goes all the way up and comes down.
See, really bad right there.
All the way through here, really deep right here. But I believe whatever happened there is also what caused it to come apart. The scratch doesn't bother me as much, but this huge seam that no longer holds together, because obviously it was supposed to be together. You can see it's together there, but it's come apart here at the top and back here in the back. And this part is pre-assembled for you, so I don't think there's any way that we're going to be able to get this to, stay together, other than maybe with some glue. Maybe E6000 would solve it. I may try that just for the fun of it, because what the heck, we don't have anything to lose. All else fails, we'll just return them. But of course, due to my obsessive ordering, I actually ordered 2 of these guys. So the other one still hasn't come in yet.
Make sure you join the Boogie Dead membership so we can make some of our money back.
Yeah.
Because we may be broke.
Well, I was definitely going to return one of them, but now I'm kind of glad I ordered 2, because maybe I'll get lucky and he won't be in the same shape as this one, and I can at least keep the best head out of the 2, because I think the body's going to be fine. Maybe just swap the head and then make my return.
That's a very awkward conversation from the bank when they called Dad about this.
Right, exactly, yes. Checked out with 2 of everything. The awkward conversation when I had to call Mom. I'm like, Mom, we're going to need you to transfer some money to the account. I made a mistake. But other than that, I think all of it looks really, really good. The paintwork and stuff looks nice. So I'm pretty happy with that. Like I said, other than this damage here, and I don't know, it could have happened during shipping. The problem is, like I said, he didn't have a whole lot of protection, and he is in there upside down to where this cone part of his nose is facing the bottom of the box. Yeah. So I would not be shocked at all if this is forklift damage.
Actually, no, it was kind of facing towards the end of the box, actually.
Was it?
It was kind of put in like that.
Kind of like that at that angle?
Kind of flat, kind of flat like that.
Yeah. But that does look to me like it's taken some sort of a beating, for sure.
Yeah, it could have definitely just got dropped on the side of the box and bada bam.
Right, exactly. Now, from a distance, do you really notice it? I don't know. We'll find out when we get them put together.
Really, only for me though, just like the deep part, like right here, the only part I can really notice it.
Right. And yeah, like I said, with a little E6000, it might actually stay together. Just have to see. I'll do that experiment there. But because like I said, the scratch, considering how banged up and beat up he looks anyway, the scratch doesn't bother me. It kind of adds to it a little bit. But that's if it's a scratch. If it's a actual, like Boog says, if it's actual, if it goes all the way through, then that's a little different. But anyway, so that's all the body pieces. Then when we come over here, we have the base and a couple of support rods here. Base looks good. This guy doesn't have any animatronics. All he's got is lights. I believe it's just going to be some lights here in his mouth that's going to light up. We even got some glue down here. But yeah, there is some lights in here. Supposed to be lights in here somewhere. I think these are them. These little guys here. I think that one's actually covered up. Yeah, with the glue. Looks like they glued the lights in, and this one's covered. It's kind of weird. But yeah, you can tell that's kind of weird. So it's got some lights here. And of course, I think his eyes are going to light up, and that's pretty much it for him. No animatronics. But yeah, the support rods look good. Your typical stuff that you get from Pan Asian, right, Boog?
Yeah.
And SVI. I know they keep saying they're not the same company, but They got to be like at the same factory because all their support hardware and stuff looks so similar, right, dude?
Someone's taking notes from the other.
Oh, exactly. I think this, and the smell is like the same when it comes out of the box. But yeah, here's your use and care guide to the Megs. And then in here, that's going to be like one of those cap pieces to go on the back, probably to cover up an access port, some stakes, and oh yeah, one of these Cheeks adapters. This is what they like to use with the ball stack, the pumpkin stack, that kind of thing, switch on and on, which these things are not the greatest in the world. But is what it is. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. All right, well, we're going to start the assembly, and we'll be back and let you know when it's finished.
Yes, we are back. And we are back with Bruce fully assembled.
Right, yes. Bruce, the controversial shark for 2025 from the Home Depot. Wow. I mean, I guess first and foremost, got him put together. And even, like I said, you guys saw as we were unpacking, we did have a little bit of damage there at the top, that seam that was, that wouldn't close up. But, honestly, once you put him together, because of where that's located, you can't even see it.
Yeah.
So, because it's kind of up there at the top of his head by his nose.
Yeah, especially from far away.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you can even see it on camera.
No, not at all. And then, of course, like we were talking about, lots of complaints about him being, a real pain to assemble, being cheap, plastic, that kind of thing. I don't find any of that to be true. I think he is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
He's exactly what I wanted. He is totally different from what a lot of those stuff that we're used to getting. Put together, he looks absolutely amazing, as you can see. I mean, just I don't know how to even really describe it. It's just phenomenal. I mean,
Yeah.
I love it. It's so over the top. It's comical, which is exactly what I wanted. Especially for the pool. Like I said, I didn't really have this in mind for a Halloween decoration. Right where he's sitting is right exactly where, I thought about putting him the first time I saw him, way back at that sneak preview managers meeting back in the wintertime. He's absolutely fantastic there. Of course, the fishermen there, they released him this year too to pair up with him, which is probably the best take on Quinn I've ever seen, animatronic anyway. So they look great together. And of course, now that we've kind of had time to think it out, we will be using him, in a Halloween scene, or section of our yard, a new thing we're going to make this year. But yeah, his permanent home will be right here by the pool. Just like I intended. But no, I mean, I think, like I said, he's great. We'll get up close here. You get right up on top of him. Can you see the seams? Yes, of course. I mean, you can see all of this. I mean, that's just kind of to be expected, down there.
You've dealt with animatronics. You probably are used to this overlooking that at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's one of those things, because I think we talked about it earlier, but they build these things to with a couple of different things in mind. So,
Yes.
let me see if I can back up here. Somehow I'm stuck in Super Zoom.
Yeah, I think you're just too close.
All right, we'll back up here a little bit so you guys can get a better look. But all right, there we go.
But yeah, pretty much there has to be seams for something this big to be shipped in a box.
Right. I mean, yeah, the manufacturers, the designers at Home Depot with all these products, there's two things they think about. One is, they have to be able to ship it as cheap as possible, because that goes into the price that we're going to pay. So that means the box has to be as small as possible.
Yeah, it can't be Megalodon sized.
Exactly. Or, like I said, it would cost so much that, it would either destroy the cells or really cut down on the cells. Yeah. So that means, he's got to come in pieces. All of these guys have to come in pieces that they normally might not would have had to have done, just so that, for shipping purposes. And that's kind of the thing with him. I mean, yeah, sure. I'm sure they could have, made the bottom section there. You see where it goes together, in the top section, a whole piece. But then that would have, like I said, then it would have required a huge box, and the fees would be outrageous. And at the end of the day, you just would not be able to get you know, this kind of a prop for $350. It would be much, much more expensive. So, you know, there has to be some give and take with this kind of stuff. But no, I don't feel like the plastic is cheap at all. It feels very sturdy. You can kind of see there, hard. It is pliable because they are panels, but it has to be for you to assemble him. But once you have everything put together and the support they have behind it, like I said, he feels sturdy, he's heavy, doesn't feel like he's gonna, you know, topple over. All that is, you know, what you would want.
And it's not only in pieces for shipping purposes, it's also for storage purposes.
Yeah, that's the second part of it, right?
Because unlike if you're not a madman like Dad,
right,
and decides to build a place to store all this stuff, or just keep it out year round, you're gonna need to find a way to store them.
Yeah, most people want to be able to, take these things apart and store them, you know, in the most, you know, efficient way possible. And of course, if he did not break down into all these different, you know, sections and pieces, then he would take up obviously a whole lot more room. Yes. And most people would not go for that. Yeah. I mean, they're not thinking that people are going to leave these out year round. That's not the kind of the way they think. They have to think that people are going to want to put them away at the end of the season. And, you know, that means he needs to come apart and fit into, you know, some sort of a decent size, you know, storage container of some sort. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like I said, so you have to have these give and takes with, you know, the way it's assembled, you know, and the different parts and stuff. But like I said, once you just take a few steps back from him, you don't even notice the lines, you know, you just notice the awesomeness. The airbrush, I'm assuming that's airbrushing, the paint job on him. Yeah. It's absolutely amazing. They did such a fantastic job with that. You've kind of got like this really light gray here on the front, almost like a smoky color, and then it blends just like a real shark.
It's almost like a creamy white.
Yeah, into this dark gray on the back. You can see the dark gray here on the fin, and then of course, you know, like I said, obviously, being based on Jaws, he has been through a lot of fights. He's got bleeding, and I love the way he looks like he's just busting out through the deck here.
This does kind of make me think: could this be a hint that possibly a fellow sea monster could have done this to the Megalodon?
Right.
So could we see whatever that monster is next?
Maybe next year. Yes, I would love that.
See what monster could have done this much damage to the Megalodon.
Absolutely. But the paint work on the inside of the mouse, that deep blood red, is absolutely amazing. All these teeth, the mold work for that.
I will say, weirdly
fantastic.
Some of these teeth aren't exactly painted; they're kind of red.
Yeah, true. They kind of went, I think they painted all this red, and then they kind of highlighted the teeth here. Maybe, I don't know. You know more about paint work than I do, babe.
Yeah, we missed a few highlights here on the back teeth.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, like I said, just the way it looks, you know, you've got the details here. The mold is phenomenal. If you look really close, you can see there's our gap, but when you step back a few feet, you don't even notice it. Yep. The eyes look great at night. We'll get you a night shot here in a little bit. They're just red. And then these lights down here do a fantastic job of lighting up this mouth. And I tell you, from the inside, our inside window looks out over here, over the pool area.
It is absolutely horrifying.
Yes, exactly. When you look out and all this illuminated, this huge red mouth with all these teeth.
And these red eyes.
Did you notice that too, Boog?
Yes.
Yeah, that is, like Boog said, that is terrifying. But I do love, like I said, all the paint work that they did on this. I think it's fantastic. And I don't know where you would get something like this for $350. I just absolutely do not. I mean, I'm sure this has got to be, like I said, not hand painted, hand airbrush, something to that effect, you know. And then you have all the plastic work. He's absolutely huge, every bit of 7 foot tall, at least 3 feet around. You know, I mean, he's got some serious girth here. Again, you can see on the back, you know, he's got the wounds. I mean, I just think it's absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to move to the other side, give you a look at that side over there. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's so big and so outrageous. It's comical, and that's exactly what I wanted. Yes. You know, for out here, this looks like something you would see at Universal Studios or something. Yes. You know, the old Jaws ride is what it reminds me of.
Looks like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely perfect. I couldn't have wanted for anything more.
Giant shark thing that was at Six Flags.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. So I'm gonna go around the other side and give you a shot of it.
Here is the other side.
Right.
And Clint.
Yeah, Quint's, right. But again, like I said, just looking at all the details it has, I mean, everything that had to go in this for it to actually look like a shark, and it does. You know, you think of all the positives. Yeah, sure, it's easy to nitpick it all to death if you want to, but you think of all the positives that pulled this off to make it actually look like what it's supposed to look like. And I mean, I would, to me, I think anatomically, I mean, they pretty much modeled it after like a real shark. This is what a real shark, you know, looks like. You can see that ginormous dorsal fin back there. Sorry, it's kind of in the corner. But yeah, this is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. All right, I'm going to move to the other side, and we're going to talk about the assembly process, because that seems to be a big thing for debate also.
Hot button topic.
Yes. So, quality-wise, we talked about it a minute ago. The quality is there. I mean, this is going to last a long, long time. I would recommend using like a UV protected clear spray. You can find that at Home Depot, really anywhere you want to.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, I've already sprayed. Me and Mom sprayed him this morning. Yeah, he does take at least an entire bottle of spray paint, maybe a little bit more, because you know, the more coats you can do him, then the better it's going to protect his paint from fading.
Yeah.
And that's really what you're trying to do with this, is just protect the paint job, especially for a situation like this where he's going to be out year round in the sun. Like I said, I really don't want that mouth turning pink.
Now I'm kind of starting to notice there's almost like a party going on that side of the deck.
Yeah, absolutely.
With all
Right.
the Halloween decorations.
Yeah,
going
no,
on there.
the Ghost and Quint will not be, and the DJ will not be staying out there year round. We're just kind of having a little bit of a assembly kind of an area here.
Yes.
So as our stuff's been coming in the last few weeks.
Which is pretty much full. I don't know what else. Yeah, I don't know what else we could fit in
Well,
over here.
I think that's it. I believe going into this week, we're going to start moving some of it out to the front.
Sure.
So, yeah. Yeah, you're going to have to help me get Troll here and the Ghost out at least anyway.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah, so quality, like I said, I feel like quality is there. Is it worth $350? Yes, I absolutely believe it is.
Yes.
Think about all the work that would have come into creating something like this. As big as this thing is, as cool as it looks, the paint work, like I said, all of that to me is absolutely fantastic. I love it. Like I said, so I do feel like quality is there. Even with the gap in the top, like I said, because the gap doesn't bother me, because like I said, you can't see it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, yeah, if you have if your uncle happens to be, 7.5, 8 foot tall, then yeah, he'd probably be able to see it if you have the gap. Sorry, Troll, he could probably see it, but other than that, like I said,
the Ghost could definitely see it.
yeah, it doesn't bother me a bit. Right now, me and Boog are about 20 feet away from it. It looks absolutely perfect. You can't see any lines at all.
We're an entire swimming pool away from it.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So, and then now assembly. So, quickly the assembly process. If you've ever put together Pan Asian's pumpkin stack or ball stack,
Or the pirate ship.
or the pirate ship,
Or
yes.
the carriage.
Or the
the
carriage,
hearse,
hearse, yeah. But particularly, I would say the pumpkin stack and the ball stack, because they're kind of round like he is in a way. So yeah, it's that same buckle system for the different tiers, and it's 3 different tiers. So you're going to buckle 2 panels in the bottom together, 2 panels for the midsection, and then the top is already done for you. You just set it on.
Yeah.
But basically, and of course there is the nice steel stand that's in the middle of it. The only thing different with him is that his body panels cover that steel stand, so you'd want to stake him down before, probably right after you put on those lower body panels, and then because you can't do it afterwards, because this is the only one we've had so far where the panels actually cover up the stand.
Yeah.
But I think they did that just so you could have this look, and I do love it. So keep that in mind. But as far as rest assembly goes, you get the panels together close enough to where you can close those buckles. Don't freak out about the alignment at that point. Once you get all those buckles closed, then the plastic is bendable enough at that point that once you've got it buckled, you can just pop the seams together where they fit, because there's actually a little groove in between these seams. And like I said, the pumpkin stack, ball stack was the same exact way. So there's really a male and a female end on each side of these seams. And so once you got the buckles done, yeah, they're going to be kind of wobbly in and out, but it's flexible enough you can just press and pop those together until they fit like they're supposed to, like this. And the same thing here. You're gonna have a male and a female for the top section. Once you set it on there, then you can kind of go around and start working these together. But honestly, the setting the stacking them was easier to get this seam done. These were more difficult. The vertical seams were more difficult for us, I think, because once you kind of put it on there and get it stretched out to where it fits in, I guess gravity's kind of helping you because you're setting these pieces on top of each other for this seam. So that kind of went together really, really easy. And if you have a part that won't go, I mean, you just reach in there and bend it until it finds that little track, like I said, that male and female piece. And once it finds it, it falls right in there like it's supposed to. So really not hard at all. And then the last piece, of course, is the head, which that's going to be complete when you get it out of the box. And the same thing though, gravity kind of helps you. It's got the male and female on each side of this seam here. And you'll set the shark head on, and then you can bend this part. This doesn't, the head doesn't bend too much, but you can bend this part to find that, you know, like I said, that groove and get everything there together. So I don't think assembly was that bad. The only thing I would say is you do need 2 people. One person by yourself, yeah, it would be a complete nightmare. But Boog?
Yes. Yeah, it was actually pretty easy with two people, pretty much.
Yeah.
It wasn't, well, okay, I wouldn't say it was easy, but it was definitely doable. It wasn't a bad assembly at all.
No, like I said, it didn't take me and him more than 30 minutes, would you say?
And also, by the way, Home Depot will tell you if you need to have 2 people or not.
Right.
They will say during their little videos that they have for the actual announcement, they will tell you the estimation here of how long it will take to put it together with 2 or 1 person. So for something like this, it would be 2 people for like 45 minutes or so.
Right. So yeah, and that's something, like I said, to keep in mind. They do tell you that. So, you know, like I said, if you buy this guy, don't be scared of him, even though he is very scary looking. Yeah, just have you a helper. Like I said, I think you'll get him together with no problem at all. Yeah. Not worried about that at all. I think all the complaints and bad reviews, I think, are just very overblown. Probably a lot of people that either don't have much know-how as far as how to assemble something like this, or they're trying to do it by themselves, which I'm sure that would be a pain.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, if not near impossible.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, that's going to wrap it up here for the shark. We'll be back with the night mode.
To the night shot.
Yes, very soon. See you then.
And we are back with the night shot.
Absolutely. So, yeah, here is Bruce in all his night glory.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing. Those lights, like he's got those LEDs inside the bottom rim of the mouth there. It lights up those jaws perfectly.
Yes.
I think. It's kind of hard to get both of the lights or both the eyes in the same shot because, you know, they're so far apart, which is normal anatomy for a shark. Their eyes are just really far apart. So I'm gonna walk around here and come this way, and you can see one on this side.
All the way here.
All the way around. There we go. And now you kind of get this angle. So this would be his right eye. But yeah, look at that awesomeness. I mean, just fantastic. So epically good. We'll come back around. Just shot over here. If I don't actually walk into the pool, which I might. If the camera goes underwater, you'll know what happened.
That may be the greatest thing in Dad TV clip of all time.
Yes. Dad falls in the pool filming Bruce's night shot.
Yes.
But yeah, I think overall, like I said, this is a really, really interesting prop. I have to say that in a lot of different ways. But, you know, after getting him put together, kind of seeing him now, kind of at night, especially like for our purposes, the way he's going to be, as you can kind of tell, you know, this is his left eye. And you kind of tell, like, my plan for him is he's just going to be out year round. Probably not Quint. But Bruce, this will be his home pretty much most of the year. I will use him in the Halloween display. Oh, sorry, the troll's knocking me out. It's kind of like our staging area, so I know you're probably going like, well, why is there like a huge ghost and a tombstone there? And I just ran into the troll behind me. But it's kind of where me and Boog, you can see over here, Gremlin, Maleficent.
Apparently Dad has just made this a review area.
Darth and Aaron. Yeah, this is kind of turned into our review area. Yeah,
Pretty
say,
much packed full. I don't know where else.
say hi, Boog, and
Hey,
there's our friend the troll.
yeah,
Yeah.
Shrek.
And that hideous thing that mom had to have. But anyway,
Forgot about the rock band. Back
yeah.
there.
So you kind of see,
Yeah, I really don't know what. There's really no more room.
right?
I don't know where Dad's gonna put anything else.
Yeah, we're gonna move some stuff to the yard. I think Troll's gonna have to go out maybe tomorrow.
Yes.
And yeah, get us a little more space in here. But I also think we're just about done. I think everything is in. Unless we,
There we are.
Who doesn't believe it? Anyway, enough of all that. Let's get back to Bruce. Like I said, yeah, he's amazing. I think, at the end of the day, is he perfect? No, he's absolutely not perfect. But when you get him assembled, and as long as you have a helper, and a lot of times, Boog, give them your spill how Home Depot is actually, advising people.
Well, Home Depot, in their reveal trailers, they will tell you the how long it's going to take and how many people they recommend to have to put it together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like some will be like one person take like, I don't know, 30 minutes or something. And then like for something like this, it may say 2 people in like 45 minutes or something.
Right.
They have it during the commercial to where you can see it.
Kind of know what you're getting into, what to expect. And this is truly this is a 2-person job.
Yes.
You just need those extra hands to, keep this from being a total pain in the butt or maybe near impossible.
Same thing like the pirate ship.
Exactly. That would definitely help to have 2 people. But this one especially, because you do have a lot that you have to line up. That is very true. But is it extremely difficult if you've got that second person? No, not really. It is a lot of really heavy-duty plastic. I mean, if you built the pumpkin stack, if you built the ball stack, things of that nature, almost anything really that it's Pan Asian. Yeah, Pan Asian makes. It's all the same type of heavy-duty plastic. And yeah, he is in panels, but could they have made him with less sections? Yeah, sure. Possibly. But again, what Home Depot's thinking and what manufacturer's thinking that, number one, shipping. They have to ship this thing in as small a box as possible to get it, to have the fees be reasonable. And then they're also thinking about the consumer as far as disassembly. They're not expecting most people to leave this up year round. They're expecting you're going to want to take it apart and put it back into some sort of, minimal amount of storage.
Unless you're a madman like that.
Right, unless you're a madman like me who'll have it up year round. But they don't expect that. They know everybody's not as crazy as I am. So for those reasons, is why he's made with all the different panels and sections when, yeah, he probably, didn't have to have that if shipping wasn't a factor and if storage wasn't a factor. So it's kind of that give and take, of, what you get, kind of versus what you have to do. And, and a lot of these props, like I always say, not to, hurt anybody's feelings or anything like that, but they do take, there's little work involved, to get something like this for the $350 price range.
Yeah.
And I'm not discounting that is not a lot of money, but something like this before before Pan Asian and before Home Depot come along, this would not have been anywhere near $350. I mean, this would have been probably $1,000 or more.
Yes.
To have anything with this kind of detail, lights, size, so I know it's easy for people to kind of get spoiled with what Home Depot's been doing the last few years, but this is not the norm.
Yeah.
This is abnormal. I lived through the dark ages with Jimmy's animatronics, what little bit they were able to do in in the late 90s and early 2000s, and like I said, to get something like this for this price, yes, it is a little bit of work. You do have some gaps here and there, but ultimately when you put this guy together and you step back a few feet, you don't see any of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you just don't see any of it. Stand right up on him, sure, you're gonna see a little bit of stuff, but I mean literally just a couple feet back, it all goes away. So I think he's awesome. So for me, I'm gonna give him a solid 4.5 stars.
Yep, I think I'm going with I think for me it's going to be a 4.8.
Okay.
For me, just going to take out and I get that the crack isn't necessarily their fault, but also it could have been stronger plastic, I guess.
That crack you guys saw in the beginning, we were unpacking. Yeah. I still haven't figured that out. I still kind of think it happened like as a drop.
Yeah.
Or forklift thing.
Yeah.
You know, during shipping. We do have a second Bruce coming, so I'm definitely going to at least bring him home, pull him out of the box. I'm going to return one, obviously. I'll look at his nose. If it looks better, we'll swap it out.
Yeah.
And send this nose back, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll let you know. And if it ends up being the same, then maybe it's a manufacturing thing. Probably not a shipping thing. Yeah. But if it is better, then, you know, we'll keep the good one or whatever. But ultimately, even with that, and that's like a 1/4 inch gap. You guys saw it at the beginning of the video. Yeah. Once you put them together,
as you can see it now, you can't even see it.
No, you can't see it at all.
Okay,
no.
Yeah, this is the night shot still.
Right, exactly. All right. Well, I mean, sure you saw during the actual, you know, review part during the day that we absolutely did not film. We definitely filmed before this.
We definitely filmed it before this.
Right. Yeah, you can see that the gap was completely inconsequential.
That's definitely not why this went on for 8 minutes.
Right, absolutely not. So anyway, like I said, I love Bruce. If you guys are wanting him, I say go for it. You know, if you want perfection, if you're into perfection, that's what you want. That's the only thing you live with.
You're not going to find that at Home Depot.
No, you're probably not going to find that at this price point. Yeah.
Well, actually, you'll probably never find that, actually.
Right. But, you know, like I said, but yeah. But if you want to put in a little bit of effort, you got a little bit of know-how, you can make this guy work, and he will be an awesome display. And like I said, what an awesome way to celebrate Jaws' 50th anniversary. This is so perfect. Like I said, him, you see Fisherman over there. But anyway, we're going to wrap this up. Take care, everybody. Take care, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next one.
Like, subscribe, everyone. Bye.